Hey folks, Blackross here, and welcome to another unboxing of Video Game Monthly. So those of you who are scratching their heads and wondering what is Video Game Monthly is basically a monthly subscription crate service, sort of like Loot Crate and any other assortment, with the exception of the fact instead of random items such as figures, shirts, mugs, and whatnot, they actually ship retro video games, ranging from anywhere from Atari 2600, NES, SNES, all the way up to PS3, Xbox 360, Wii titles, as well as PSPs and Nintendo DS. So we are now going into the last 2 months of the subscription service that I will be sticking with Video Game Monthly. Basically, like I said before, December is the last month that I will be doing Video Game Monthly for the time being, and then after I release that video, I'll do a follow-up video of it. But for the time being right now, let us do the unboxing of today's month. So I'm actually kind of curious as to what this month is going to be. So let's see. We have a 1-up. So in case of you don't know, anytime you get a 1-up or a 2-up, basically that means that you're going to get 1 or 2 extra games that you would normally get from your normal service. I am subscribed to the 3-game service, so rather than 3, we're going to get 4 games. So let's go ahead and check on the first game here. Army Men 3D, Real Combat Plastic Man. There is a lot of games featuring this particular set for some reason. Like, I want to say there's like 5 or 6 games total of the Army Men. And it's like, You know, on the one hand, I'm not much into, like, war games or stuff, but on the other hand, though, looking at the back of this, it looks interesting, but who really knows, really? I mean, only one way to find out, and that's to give it a shot, right? So let's go on to the next game here. So let's see. What is this? I don't believe I've heard of this one. Iron M Blood, Warriors of Revelot. I don't think I've ever heard of this game, really. It looks like a fighting game, really, from the back of it. Let's see, let's get this little plastic here. No 3D fighting game match the brutal action of Iron M Blood. I sincerely doubt it. Have you ever heard of a game called Mortal Kombat, perchance? Yeah, I've never really heard of this one before. Well, it's always a good thing to have more fighting games, I suppose, but it all depends on the lineup of characters. So let's see here. What's next on the agenda list? We have Mega Man 5. So let's see. The last Mega Man game I've got was, what was it? 4, I think? Where? Here it is. Let me see if I can't pull it out real quickly to see which Mega Man game I've got now on disc. So let's see here. Which one was it? It was Mega Man 8, actually. Not Mega Man X. So, I've got one Mega Man title, and now I've got a Mega Man X title. Not in this case, but aside from that point, though. We got that. Now let's look at our last game here, which is, I suppose it's pronounced Cabell Trophy Bucks. A hunting game. If nothing's more pointless than simulation games, which depend on the simulation game, but I mean, sports games, I suppose, is what I'm getting myself messed up here. If nothing's more useless than sports games, it is hunting games. So, not too fascinated by this month. I think things are finally... Ooh, okay. Got myself a little flashlight here. Let's see if I can't get it to work. Oh, that's why. Of course it would wrap in plastic. Makes sense. There we go. See? Sadly, though, it's a little bit of a cheap flashlight, but, I mean, it ain't been too bad. Alright then, so this is the part where I usually check my total value. So if you'll give me just a sec, I'm going to check that out and see how much my box is actually worth. Alright then, so I've got my total value figured up, and needless to say, I think compared to last month, this month was just a little better, but not by much. So, Army Man 3D is $560. Iron and Blood is $830. Mega Man X5 is $4 just for the disc itself. I say with the case and all, if it had the case, it'd probably be closer to like 10 or so, but since it's the disc only, it's only $4. And then Cables, I'm not even sure how to pronounce your name, whoever did this, I'm not even sure, but Trophy Bucks is $2.50. Kind of figured. Which makes it a total of $20.40. So, yeah. The only good part about it all was probably the Mega Man X5, probably. And then maybe Iron and Blood. Who knows, really? Again, I would have to play it just to find out. And I'm not sure, but I mean, Army and Man 3D could be good. You never know. Only one way to find out, and that's to play them, right? Right. So, that being said, that's going to be it for this video. Next month will unfortunately be the last month for Video Game Monthly subscription. Now, you're going to probably ask me this question, which is, why am I quitting the service? Well, there are two particular reasons. Number one, I feel like as if I'm more or less just kind of like throwing money away. But at the same time, maybe not, considering some of these games are going for like higher prices than they should. You never know. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But honestly, if I had to decide which method of game collecting I would go for my particular interest, I would rather go out there into like flea markets, pawn shops, or even game stores and try to find it rather than just get it through a shipping service. Because out of everything that I've gotten so far, the majority of the stuff has been like, I would have to re-look through all of the videos, but I know for a fact the highlight of my life for Video Game Monthly was both Final Fantasy Origins and Final Fantasy Anthology. That was pretty cool. If I could somehow manage to get Tactics and Final Fantasy Chronicles, I believe is what they call it, because that one has Final Fantasy 4 along with Chrono Trigger. If I could get one of those two within the next unboxing of Video Game Monthly, that would set me up. That would be really cool, but I sincerely doubt it. That would be a very long jump from it to actually happen, but who knows really. But at any rate though, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next video. This is Black Cross signing off. Take care, guys.